Welcome back to DXB today, where we are celebrating this year. 2026 is the year of the family. Big focus on family values and, of course, the pressures on families, none more so than that age-old work-life balance. So, with us to discuss that and more is the Chief HR UAE Regional HQ India and MENA at Procter & Gamble, Rashed Alsadiq, joining us live in the studio. Rashed, really appreciate your time this evening. Thanks so much indeed for joining us.
No, and thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's an important year for us all, the year of the family. Let's talk about that one, because when it comes to family and the idea of spending more time with family, you can't have that discussion without the work-life balance that we discussed. An organisation like yours, Procter & Gamble, we hear often about parent-friendly workplaces. What's that actually look like in practice?
Yes. That is a very, very broad question. Thank you for asking that. If I were to narrow it down, I would narrow it down to three key factors that drive a parent-friendly workplace. Number one, the policies that you have in place and what you offer, not only working parents, but all employees who eventually become working parents within your establishment. Number two, I would say the culture that you set as an organization, or what we call the tone from the top, right? So leadership really walking the talk on promoting parent-friendly practices, flexibility, and really supporting that. And last but not least, your office infrastructure. So is your office set up in a way that caters to the needs of all your employees, but then specifically the working parents that you have within your organization?
Of course, yeah.
So Rashed, what do you feel like are still some of the biggest pain points that parents are experiencing in that corporate environment?
I mean, being a parent myself, I can share my pain points, but look, I think, many working parents will have different sets of pain points across different stages in their life. So even if you zoom in to the working parent group, a parent who is expecting their first child would have different pain points than a parent who is expecting their second or third child, right? So there is no one single answer to help there. But if I were to share my perspective, and this is based on multiple conversations that I've had across friend groups, listening to employees within my establishment, outside of my establishment, I would narrow it down to two. One is this subconscious pressure that me as an employee, if I have to utilize these parent-friendly policies, which most of the time translate into a maternity leave, a paternity leave, or even sometimes a personal leave of absence and flexibility. There is a perception as an employee where I may think to myself, the company may look at me as slacking off, right? I don't want to take my paternity because what if the company looks at that as non-commitment from my part? Again, it's a perception, but we live and we work by this perception. But it is a pain point. It is a pain point to tackle on how do you truly, when you talk about supporting parent-friendly policies, how do you truly support it and not have it down as a piece of paper? The second point, Reem, is on, again, is this unconscious worry of financial pressure, right? So, a lot of us have, moved here to the UAE to start up a new life, to build their families, to eventually, hopefully, retire here, right? Being in the UAE comes with a lot of expenses as well, right? Which your workplace is paying for you. But you would always have at the back of your mind that, I need to be at 200%. What if I lose my job? What if I lose my job? What if I lose my job? And actually that voice in your head leads to employees hesitating to utilize the maternity leave to the max, the paternity leave to the max, the flexibility options that we provide, right? So those are two, I would say, common pain points we hear across the organizations. It's perception again. Our responsibility as a workplace is how do you bust the myth and bust this perception to say, look, it is a perception, but there are workplaces across the UAE that are fully supportive. Yeah. And I would actually like to thank the UAE leadership for declaring 2026 as a year of family, because now that it's an official declaration and a theme for the year, I don't think workplaces would have an excuse anymore.
Well, I hope it does encourage more corporations, companies to take the same sort of initiatives that P&G have. But Rashed, I have so many things that I want to talk to you about. I don't know where to start. I'm like, I need a whole season to get through everything. But first of all, you know, we saw COVID and we saw a lot more flexibility come out of COVID with us being able to work from home. I'll be honest, after I had kids, I couldn't imagine going back to a full-time job, because why doesn't that flexibility exist in the sense, why aren't we allowed to work from home? There's still all these stats out there, and I'm not talking about the UAE in particular, but all across the globe, where women who are mothers are not being hired as much because they know at the end of the day the responsibility is going to fall on them, not the dads. When their kids get sick, women are scared. They're asking for less in salaries. We don't want to take part-time jobs because we feel like the part-time jobs are not actually going to be part-time jobs, but they will be part-time salaries. What are you doing to kind of tackle all these issues?
Yeah, no. Great. I felt.
So I know that was
I
like
felt that in your question. I felt that in your question. I felt that in your question. But look, I mentioned it earlier. It's important. The basic fundamental is to have these benefits and offerings as a policy, first and foremost. It's not only enough to have it written on a piece of paper to say, hey, I offer you, one work from home day, or I offer you a 50% work schedule. What truly brings it to life and helps to attract future potential mothers to join the workplace is, how do you create a process that helps the employee feel trusted, that once you are part of our organization, you will be supported, you are entrusted to do your work. We will hear you out with regards to your flexibility needs, and we will support as much as the company are able to support. Now, when you have a process in place and you are actively walking the talk, promoting a culture of utilizing flexibility, promoting a culture of encouraging employees to take your leaves, come back. I will be responsible for your career. I will ensure your career is managed without any impact. I think that helps to build the trust between employee and the workplace in growing future careers and not hesitating to join the workforce and workplace.
Rashed, I think you've tackled a lot of good points that everyone has put out, but I also wanted to ask you about, let's say a company wants to start becoming parent-friendly and then build an environment like that. What are some of the things that you would give them in order for them to do that shift?
Yeah. The number one advice I would give is understand your demographics. Mm-hmm. I think it's important to take a look back, look at your workforce, understand how many employees and at what stage of their lives are they at today, and how do you plan to handle their careers long term?
Yep.
Right? That starting point will give you an indication of how you should develop your benefits portfolio. If you allow me to use an example at Procter & Gamble, when we look at our benefits portfolio, we look at it through 4 pillars: your financial well-being, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and your work-life well-being. Mm-hmm. And when you look at it through those 4 windows, what you get is a wide variety of policies and benefits we offer to employees at different life stages of their working career within P&G.
Yes.
Procter & Gamble is a big believer in promoting from within and providing long-term careers within an organization. So you would see the average tenure of employees within our organizations are 25. We have some individuals who are doing 30 years, 35 years. So we need to understand that demographic, keep that in mind, and then plan your benefits portfolio with regards to that. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, I would really like to thank the Parent Friendly Label and the Abu Dhabi Early Childhood Development Authority, because those two have now we've created the Parent Friendly Label in the country, which is actually rewarding workplaces for the efforts that you're putting in promoting a fantastic environment for working parents. Yeah. But not only are they award givers, they have been extremely great partners in our journey in P&G to achieve the Parent Friendly Label. In terms of coaching us, giving us advice. They issue multiple reports to understand the different impacts of policies across the country. They have a wide variety of data you can use to eventually come up with your final benefits offering in order for you to be parent-friendly.
Right, forgive me on this one. I'm
Sure.
going to play bad cop or bad
Sure.
dad, whichever way you look at it. But come on, not our first rodeo. We all know what companies are like. You've got to keep the accountants happy. We've got to see the P&L list as well. Make a case, if you can, for the benefits of a parent-friendly workplace in terms of business?
Yeah, sure. I can use myself as an example. So I've been with the company for around 15 years, right? And this was actually my first job, straight out of university. And in those 15 years, I have not thought of leaving.
Wow, okay.
Why? I go back to talking about the life stages. I joined Procter & Gamble fresh out of university, not married, joined the company, earning my first paycheck. Very happy with that paycheck, didn't think of saving, spent it all, but that's okay. At that stage of my life, the company supported my gym memberships, my meal plans I wanted to do, extracurricular activities that I was, it was all covered by the company. Move on to the next life stage, marriage, right? That's life stage number 2. Now, I got married there. The company offers me marriage leaves. While still paid, I can have an option to take, on top of marriage leave, my annual leaves and take some time off without impacting my career growth, without impacting my salary, etc. Life stage number 3, children, right? Paternity leave. So, Procter & Gamble is one of the companies that offers a 2-month paternity leave, and I was able to take the 2-month paternity leave with no impact to my career growth, no impact to...
Sorry, 2 months paternity leave?
Yes. And I took it twice in the last 4 years.
And what's the maternity leave?
We offer a maternity leave of up to 14 weeks.
Okay,
at our
sign me up.
organization.
Yeah. I was done having babies, but not anymore. I'm like, we're going to have one more, guys.
Let's go.
That's the joke around the office nowadays, right? Especially for fathers, right?
So it's retention.
So when you have those policies in place, again, thinking of building long-lasting careers, having parent-friendly policies help you retain your top talent, brings loyalty. I'm very loyal to the company I work with. I'm very committed to the company I work with, and I'm very engaged when I'm working, because I know that this is what the company is giving to me and I would like to give back.
Amazing.
From an external point of view, so when we talk recruiting, it brings about a global attractiveness. So as an employer of choice, right? If we as an organization are trying to promote long-term careers, please join our company, we'll give you a long-term career. It's very helpful to show that we have parent-friendly policies to tell them down the line, as you start families, as you bring children, I will help you in every stage of your life.
Amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Rashed. So much incredible insight. My goodness, that was fascinating. I'm going to keep you here just a tiny bit longer because it is time for the roundup. Yeah, Ahmed, what are you waiting for? We've been waiting for you.
I've got the roundup with me. Now, whether you're revisiting childhood classics or introducing your kids to them for the first time, the Wanderers Kids Fest at Global Village, which is ongoing from now until the 15th of February, every single day from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. There are larger-than-life games, thrilling competitions, interactive shows, beloved characters, and exciting prizes. I know it's something that Dina would like with her kids. It's something that you like to go to, right? I was waiting for someone to
bring up Global Village since we started this season. I'm obsessed with Global Village. By the way, one of the reasons that I always stay put in Dubai during December is because I want to go to Global Village a number of times, and I don't want to be rushed because it's bedtime and there's school the next day. And we're talking about the Year of the Family, and I think Global Village is a fascinating experience for children. What a beautiful and affordable way to experience so many different cultures through dance, through whatever educational, and I know this Wonders thing, I've actually seen it, my kids are a little bit old for it now, but all these performances, it's so much cultural insight and it's such a great experience, also a very tasty one. Any events that you guys would really recommend that you think, has a great combination of education and edutainment, I should say, education, entertainment.
So our go-to is the Dubai parks and resorts.
I'm very curious how you're going to say that's educational. Let's go.
Legoland. I'm a fan of Lego.
Okay.
My kids are a fan of Lego. If you go to Legoland, there's multiple workshops they do for kids to help build blocks and be creative, bring out the creativeness in children. So for me, it's Legoland as a go-to.
I feel that, yes. What about you?
My goodness, I feel like Dubai, the options are always more than we can fit into our schedule, but I think Expo City continues to be one of our favorites. Their pavilions are still open a lot of the time. What I love about them is that they're bilingual. So as someone who needs to constantly be Google translating certain technical phrases for their children, because I'm so bent on enforcing the Arabic only, I love that they provide both of those in Arabic. and English. Also, I think Ollie Ollie and all of those children's museums continue to be some of our favorite in the family.
So many options out
Yeah.
there. Emirates Lit Fest just around the corner as well, another option as well. Listen, we're going to stick around with us for a little longer. Rashed, thank you so much to you and all the team at P&G.
Thank you for having me.
For being with us, and thanks for explaining it so succinctly as well. So really appreciate
Thank you
that
very
one.
much.